Actually having a great day. Mine's off to a terrific start. You just never know, but it's great when it is. So anyways, today's exciting topic is how to optimize your LinkedIn profile for a competitive advantage. By the way, chat's on. Be glad to have anybody who wants to be recognized, share your name and where you're from, or if you have a question and comment, very well appreciated. So let's get right into it. LinkedIn profiles are your number one opportunity to distinguish and differentiate yourself from the crowd. Now, there's 830 million people on LinkedIn. And, if you do what everybody else does, you'll get what everybody else gets. And there's very few successful people on LinkedIn, but the ones who are doing it right, and they're leading with their profile. Now, your profile is all about being value-oriented, but facing to your audience. Everybody's listening to WIIFM, which is what's in it for me. If you don't share what you can do for them, they're not interested in what you do. So too many people write a LinkedIn profile as if it's a resume, right? Or it's a magnet for attracting a job offer. People put in John Smith, CPA, 10 years in accounting, 15 years in client service, and by the third word, someone's gone. Because another thing about LinkedIn is people have very little patience and very little time. And so if you don't attract them fast, and with something powerful enough to make them want to stay for a few more seconds to read the rest, again, you're not going to convert, because everybody goes to your profile after they want, or after they've seen something about you or heard something about you and they want to check you out. So first thing first, your picture is critical. Be authentic in your picture, but do something that's a little bit more than hanging out at the beach or playing with dogs and kids. I mean, I love dogs and kids, but they're not lending itself to being value client facing. So, do something that mirrors who you are today, so when you finally meet on Zoom, they'll know they're talking to the right person. So picture is key. Let me share my profile, and it'll be easier to see what I'm talking about. So basically, what you see here is what I do. And actually on my headline picture, and I do have a picture. On my headline picture, you can see that it's me just as I am. And basically, in my background, it's what I do also. So I continue to reinforce helping you optimize your LinkedIn mindset, strategy, marketing, brand influence, and return on investment. But when you get to my profile, have my name, and here's what I do. And that's key. What do you do for someone who's watching? Well, I started using emojis because, again, it's an attention grabber. I would suggest that. What you do, helping you optimize your LinkedIn mindset, strategy, content marketing, return on time and investment, and how. Engage, empowering, coaching, training, speaking, B2B influencing, and connecting, featuring LinkedIn Live, Win Better, and then you have an opportunity to also include hashtags. So if you go to here, right here, sorry. If you go here, here's your headline, so you can create it, current position, what I'm into, and here's my website, and actually where to go. And what I do, call it is collaborative opportunities. So moving back into here, you can then see, and there's an opportunity to click on my collaborative opportunities. and it's not quite open. But anyways, once you get to there, it takes you to my website where you can actually purchase a consulting session or a profile review. And actually, I've got a special on that right now. So anyways, that allows you to take people off of LinkedIn and it brings them right back in once you're finished. So, moving on, there's another aspect that you really need to know, which is creator mode. So once you get to creator mode and you activate it, it allows you, here's the hashtags that you can put that will pretty much signify what you're focused on. It gives you availability of your LinkedIn Live if you're qualified, audio events, newsletters, and follow tools. Okay. So, at that point, you're now taking advantage of a lot of these areas of LinkedIn that most people aren't even aware of. Shows all my followers, which is impressive. And, I'm trying to, so you get as much as you can, skills that I've been endorsed for. You can see I have 40 skills. And here's my recommendations, which are important. And basically, that gives you a pretty good look at what I do on my profile. And I'm continuously optimizing, upgrading. Today I'm going to revisit hashtags, because if you type in hashtag symbol and let's say LinkedIn creator, it will tell you how many followers that term has. So basically you can populate your LinkedIn profile with hashtags that are more relevant and active and have more viewers. And there's a balance, because if you put in LinkedIn, there's over 1 million interested individuals, connections, or individuals on LinkedIn who follow that. If you go to LinkedIn creator, maybe there's a few thousand. The difference is you'll probably be seen by more relevant people as you niche it out than you will if you just jump into the bold ocean there. So, with your profile, the key is to continue to look at it as if you were interested in that person's services. And would that appeal to you? And then your content is key, because you want to stay aligned with what your profile is. And actually, I changed my headline. I changed my background picture when I changed the subject I'm focused on that week, because you really don't want to talk about business development. And when they come to your profile, it has nothing to do with it. And it almost seems like you're just kind of fishing every day, as putting something out. And here's the key, and I've heard this from so many experts, if you can qualify experts, that just focus on the niches you're most passionate about and most interested in, because two things will happen. First of all, you'll learn more. And if you're really into it, then learning has a benefit until you figure out how to earn with it. The other element is you're going to be talking to people who are more aligned with what you're into, which will close or reduce the amount of uninterested individuals who later on you'd have to qualify out. So you want to start with relevancy. You want to be able to attract individuals by the services you give. There's a saying, givers get. And you got to be a giver first on LinkedIn in order to assume someone wants to give you something, because what works for you works for other people like you. So anytime you're excited by what someone did for you or with you, that's a way of sharing that and duplicating it. And really, being client facing, value added, you always then have a direction. Will this benefit the people who see it? Will this build on the relationships that I've already have going? And will this distinguish me in a way that makes me trusted, liked, and known? And there's another saying, get known before you're needed. So, you take all this together, you roll it into your profile, you look at all the tools LinkedIn gives you, and what that creates is huge opportunity, but also a huge opportunity for figuring out the strategies for each one. You're in a competitive platform. The difference is you can elevate, you can get out of the crowd, and you can start distinguishing yourself by the quality in which you go to market. And every element, whether it's polling, tagging, creating a quality profile, there's some magic to it. And you can just be superficial, but if you dig deep, you're going to be seeing a lot of richer quality opportunities that only you can leverage because, first of all, you're aware of it. And second of all, you can take action against it with proven strategies. And actually, with the end of the year, I've got a special discount. I'll share it in my comments for a lot of what we're talking about. Is really starting to buy some vowels to solve the puzzle. Have everything in your toolbox that you need to go to work, and do it in a way that you can measure and see success early on. And my whole qualifying thing for, let's say, engaging somebody in services is anything they want to sell me or promote to me, I want to see what they've done with, and I want to see the results they've gotten, because you can't sell what you don't buy. And anyways, with LinkedIn, there's a right way, there's a wrong way, there's a balanced way. Just like profile, there's a lot of nuance to it. Once you can understand and appreciate it, what you're going to be dealing with is how attractive are you? How well do you convert? How well do people move up the ladder as far as interaction and collaboration? And how much better can you get so that everybody with you gets better for what you do? It's like going to the gym and everybody else gets the muscles. By the way, chat's open. If you feel like sharing anything, feel free. I'm so happy to have these LinkedIn Lives every day. Like I say, profile is essential. It's your first, let's say, impression that you leave with anybody who's interested in you, and vice versa. And you can also qualify people by their profile. How do they look? And anybody without a picture is like meeting somebody at a party who is disguised. It doesn't lend itself to trust and belief and working together. So be the real you, be the best you can as far as bringing it to the table in your profile. And your profile also allows you to reinvent yourself. Be who you always wanted to be, maybe never had the opportunity. Now state who you are, what you bring, and the key and where the rubber meets the road is the value add. You're promoting in your profile, you got to come through. If not, you wasted a lot of your time and someone else's time, and what do you do tomorrow? So anyways, if you need some extra help, you want to buy some vowels, check out my website, reach out to me. I'm very accessible, I'm very responsive, and I like working with people who really are committed to doing well and helping others. So with that said, have a wonderful LinkedIn day, and we'll talk again tomorrow. I do this every day, 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'd love to have you on the show. If you're interested, share that in comments too. And in the meantime, bye for now.